Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store. Delighted to be joined by Anto Cacace. I remember a few years ago, I think it was Tyson Fury, Dillian White. I think you were scheduled to be on that, and there was an issue in the build-up that had to be pulled. When you get to that point, did you ever have that moment where you're sitting around going, I've given this game a lot of my time, it's a punishing game, but you're always a couple of fights away from changing your life? Did you ever sit there and go, I don't know, did you ever have doubts?
Listen, I had plenty. I had months where I was retired. I had, 2 years without boxing, a year without boxing here. It's just been stop-start, and to be in this, for it all to get turned on its head the way it has been, and for me to be in this position, it's mind-boggling. I'm sure, even to the average person, the story of the way it's happened is just crazy.
The fight that you had at Wembley, was there anything, I know you asked the same question, was there anything that surprised you about the performance? Obviously, Josh was moving up in weight. I see Carl Frampton spoke to you before and said, look, Anto's the hardest I've been hitting sparring, Josh is the hardest I've been hitting the ring. Did that sort of ring true? Was it a lot different than you thought, maybe?
The fight? Yeah, I genuinely thought I would have got rid of him earlier, but there's no excuses to be said. It was like, maybe I had a few issues making weight and stuff. Not issues, just different. It was a different one this time, training here and not having things the way I had it in Saudi and whatever else. So things were different, and the fight never lived up to what I thought it could have. But I done the job, and I watched back on it, and I won most of the rounds very convincingly on the back foot. So I can do it all, mate. It's just whoever they put in front of me, I'll adapt to and I'll win.
You always talked about, say, this stage of your career, you want big fights. You've just had a couple on the bounce. If it ain't necessarily at this weight, you are seemingly an imposing figure at this weight. Is there an option for you to move up?
Listen, I can happily move up, and I'd love to move up and fight one of the champions if the option was there, which I don't know if it is. I see Leigh Wood, he's been calling me out there the last couple of days. All right, lads, what's happening on there? Leigh Wood was calling me out there and is wanting to fight, so I would be happy to entertain that, and whatever happens from here, as I said before, it's all a bonus, so I'd be happy to put an end to Queensbury's featherweights and super featherweights,
Was that
match.
I was going to say, does that appeal to you, a fight with Leigh Wood? We've seen Leigh's been in some incredible fights, and he sort of wrote the wrongs in his career with a Lara rematch and things like that, and he's beaten obviously a former opponent in Josh Warrington. But is that a fight that really appealed to you moving forward?
All these big names, world champions, ex-world champions, they all appeal to me. All these big fights. I'm not one. I have these people online saying, you're ducking Nunez and you're ducking this. It's a load of shit. I'll fight any man. But business has to be right. And with Nunez, it's not right. He's mandatory for the title, but the business side of things is not right. And if it was right, Nunez would be next, no problem.
Is there still a chance though that business can be right and things can be put in place to make that happen?
Well, he's mandatory, so for him to get the shot, it has to be right, and and to be honest, most of all, it has to be right for me.
Yeah, because you look at that, you mentioned the Josh fight, and how you thought it might go. That fight, surely, with him at the natural weight, you two coming together, that can't be anything other than absolute fireworks.
It's going to would 100% be a great scrap while it lasts. I genuinely believe that I beat Nunez more convincingly than I beat Warrington, and
why?
I just think he's a tough, strong lad. I get it, but he hasn't got the boxing IQ I have. He hasn't got the long levers. He jumps in with shots. Styles make fights, and I know that style. I've been in with plenty of people that style who have been big punchers, but they haven't been able to beat me.
Eddie Hearn's waxed lyrical about him and said, look, he beats everyone, doesn't matter who wins out of Warrington and Cacace. Now, I know obviously his record against Queensbury is not the greatest. Do you think in a way maybe Nunez has been overhyped? Do you think the hype's real and you're just a better man? What do you think?
No, I think he's definitely you don't get into professional boxing and he's knocking all these journeymen out. It's hard to knock the journeymen out and they're negative, so he's doing that, so he's obviously got a bit of something, so His punch powers definitely are, but in terms of boxing ability, what's happening, and stuff like that, I believe I'm just a superior fighter.
Anto, I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.